Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, and I guess I'm rhythmic. My friends have told me countless times that they could listen to my voice for hours and that I'm a really good storyteller. I can assure you that I'm not one of those fucking storytime YouTubers or anything like that, and promise you that my channel won't be affiliated with the word cringe. There are a few content creators here on YouTube that have greatly inspired my personality, both online and in real life, that I believe I should give deserved credit to, as hundreds of YouTubers strive to be just like them. These YouTubers include Leafy is Here, Pyrocynical, and Critical, who are, by far, among the most popular commentary channels of all time. That being said, although I take inspiration from them, I'm not them by any means and will never strive to be. So if you're interested in a new voice in the community and a good time, I'm here. So without fucking further ado, let's just get into the shitstorm of a story. God fucking damn it, I hate talking formal. As literally everyone knows, COVID-19 has absolutely devastated individuals, communities, cities, and nations' way of functioning. This doesn't just pertain to one's literal life, as over 50,000 deaths related to the virus have been confirmed, but also their lives in regards to means of transportation, employment, and family function. But not even a month ago, this epidemic wasn't directly affecting the United States, and I was still going to school. Spring break wasn't for another 2 weeks, but our school district started to take precautions, announcing that it'll start in 1 week instead. So, to put it bluntly, we were pretty good. Most of us were just happy to have another week of break, and we weren't really stressing out, to be honest, as terrible as that sounds now. So, for the last week of school leading up to our now 3-week spring break, we were really just dealing with what we would usually deal with in high school. So you know how there's always at least one quiet kid in the back of every classroom? Well, there's one of those kids in my last class of the day. We'll just call him Toby for now. Not that I would tell you guys his real fucking name, because I know one of my friends is gonna find this channel and be like, I'm gonna tell Billy Bob, I'm gonna tell him. Not that his name is fucking Billy Bob either, but you know, you get my point. Anyways, Toby hardly talks in class, but the one time he did at the beginning of the year, because we had to introduce ourselves to the class, he explained that he's always been quiet and always will be quiet because he's always been naturally more, and I quote, conservative both politically and emotionally. Keep in mind, this is fucking English class, like what the fuck, dude? Needless to say, nobody really fucks with him, and I'm not gonna lie, it makes me have pity on him. But to reiterate, Toby doesn't talk and has only talked once, as in one time, in class this entire year. Now to some, that's not that out of the ordinary. Who the fuck cares, right? I was randomly partnered up with him for a PowerPoint presentation one time, and he communicated with me through text-to-speech on Google Translate. I'm not even fucking around, Google Translate! But despite being a little quirky, Toby's actually a good dude. Right away, he offered to do 80% of the project in exchange for me presenting it to the class alone. That was an easy A. So I don't really have any problems with Toby. Me and him are pretty good. So as the last week comes to a close and it's the last day of school in English class, my final class of the day, we're leading up to spring break, everyone was in their own little groups talking because we didn't have any work to do, and I just so happened to sit next to Toby in the back of the class, and due to my main friends leaving early for the day, I decided to just stay in my seat and listen to music like a regular person. Of course, my guy couldn't give two shits if I stayed sitting next to him, so I did, and after a while I just put my head down on my desk to rest. It was honestly really perfect, and I ended up fucking falling asleep to Squidward's Solitude in E minor. But later, I woke up to something. I wasn't sure what it was, so I assumed the bell just rang, but it wasn't. I looked around the class and saw that nobody was packing up their shit, but fucking Toby was staring at me. I swear to God, I was scared as fuck, and he moved his face toward mine, and fuck dude, I almost fell off my damn chair. I'm not even trying to be a dick, I'll give credit when he's due, he's not ugly, he's not an ugly dude, but fuck dude, if the fucking kid who's super quiet in your class wakes you up during the last day of school and just stares you down like a fucking leopard that's about to pounce its prey, what else would you say? Hello, how are you? What's going on, buddy boy? Like, no, I can't do that. But then I noticed he seemed kind of angry, yet afraid of something, so I asked what was wrong. After not hearing him talk more than once, ever, not just in class, ever, he said this. We're so fucked. I wasn't playing around anymore. I took off my headphones and gave him my full attention, because if this motherfucker was talking, then either the world's about to end or he's about to end the world, you know? So I just replied with, dude, like, what are you talking about? And Yeah, that sent him off a little bit. He raised his voice and he said, "We are so fucked, dude." And everyone turned around and looked at him in absolute disbelief. This is a big deal. This class is required to graduate, and there are some exchange students here that hardly speak English, that speak more English than he does. We were all at the edge of our fucking seat, dude. I'm not even playing. Like, we were all, like, scared shitless almost. And so was the teacher. I don't think they were scared shitless, but they were quiet as fuck. And we were all just waiting for what Toby had to fucking say next. Nobody literally knew what he was going to say. And you're like, what do you mean literally? Dude, his track record of speech is so low that we only have, like, one thing to go off of. The only thing that he's ever said is that he's more conservative, both politically and socially, and always has been, and that's why he's always going to be quiet. That's all that he's ever said and all that anybody's ever heard him say. So we literally don't know what he's going to say. Toby remains seated and ends up going on a rant about the coronavirus and how the whole school district is supposedly going to shut down for more than just an extra week. To be fair, he didn't say we would be off for a month or two. He told the whole class with absolute certainty that school would be canceled for the rest of the year. And I'm not gonna lie, we all looked around at each other like, yo, what the fuck is this kid talking about? Is this the end? Are we done for? But I guess he thought we were mocking him, so he yelled, "You'll all see!" Which is grammatically incorrect because you'll is you will all, so that would be you will all see. But I'm not gonna give him too much shit because I know he hardly talks, so there's that. And packed up his stuff and left the class. What really sucks is that nobody, and I mean nobody, stopped him when he left. And that made me think for a minute about his well-being, because this was the one time he spoke in class voluntarily, and hardly anyone even considered what he had to say. Even our teacher kind of laughed it off with us, and we enjoyed our last 10 minutes of class, but, well, I'm not gonna lie, that was actually pretty fucking funny. But, it's kind of fucked up. But this is the craziest thing, and of course most people know how this ends, and this is very applicable to most people not only around the United States, but globally. This dude was right! This guy was right! Last night, my school district announced that class had been canceled indefinitely for the remainder of the academic year. Toby was right about everything he ranted about. They canceled our grad night, prom, and even our graduation. He was full on, spot on, 100% correct. And I understand if some of you guys are like, what the fuck? Like, what kind of dumbass ending is that? And who cares if he was correct? If, of course, we all know that he was correct. When our ASB president posted this story on their Instagram, followed by the majority of students attending our high school, Toby, the once quiet kid who only spoke once out of the whole year, commented, LOL. And now, as simple as that is, Toby has 700 followers instead of 68. An absolute fucking mad lad if I've ever seen one, and now I can say, heard one. But yeah, that's my first story here on YouTube. If you enjoyed it, or if you want to hear more stories like this one, be sure to let me know. I've been Rhythmic, see you all soon. Or should I say, soon you'll all see. I'm sorry, I can't even do that one. Later, guys.